And is everything really an API? Is everything really an API, or are there some things that are sort of
the first one that
widgets?
says that we have a consistent experience. Maybe a consistent experience is slightly chaotic. No, I think we have, if you look at how we organize internally, so first of all, we're a heavily decentralized company, not necessarily physically, but in terms of teams. Very small teams that are all really responsible for their own small domain. And even in AWS, you could always see that each of the different services are sort of a company by itself. Yeah, they are in contact with their customers. Their innovation cycle is purely driven by the feedback that they're getting from their customers. That actually goes in retail as well. Yeah, so the guys that actually run, for example, the recommendation engine, or those that run the reviews engine, they're all charged with innovation. They're all charged with becoming better every year over some dimensions that care for customers. So there's one thing that is sort of localized, is the one thing that you do for yourself, and then with the services that sit next to you. Is there competition between them? You know, at times, you know, a company, for Amazon it's really important that we have internal, before AWS already, that we had a platform where the company could move really fast. Yeah? Our speed of innovation is crucial to the company. That means that sometimes there may be multiple teams within the company that are actually doing exactly the same thing. Yeah? Or even at technology level. At one moment we needed a better Java container. We didn't have one. And you know, if that happens in sort of one area of the company, we now have about 800 services. I think that also more or less support the retail operation. You know, it will be happening here, it will be happening there as well. And so you may see technologies arise that are duplications. Yeah, and you'll find, because we've made the trade-off that the speed of execution is more important than sort of this total control or sort of this coherence overall.
You know, once you pick a winner, do you sort of lock it down more as being a set of widgets that drive some consistency from an experience standpoint, or is it all still pure REST API?
Well, there's differences, of course. I mean, we have lots of guides around if it is really about the customer engagement. There's stuff that over time with best practices we've locked down saying this is how we feel that the site or how you should engage with customers, whether that is color, whether that is voice, whether that is the kind of type of information that you give to your customers. It's much of that is sort of a best practices continuing evolution kind of approach, much more than that the guys at the top said, and this is how we show it. It's really something that has bubbled up also as being, this is the best practice.
So somebody has a business responsibility, they govern some selections?
No, we don't. So we're really bad at governance, to be honest. Yeah, and by design. Yeah, I think that control and command is a very unnatural process. Yeah? We're really good in being organic. If you really want to move fast, if you really want to have people exploit their skills, you have to let them run with it. And as soon as you get a top-down control structure, it more or less kills that kind of creativity. Yeah, because everybody gets involved in actually covering their own ass in whatever they're doing. And so we try to hire the absolute best people that are creative, that are independent, that can work like that. And then you also need to let them run with that. And so you need to give control over to the edge, even in your own company, and trust that if you've hired the absolute best
Just
people,
as a simple example, just as a simple example, I'm just saying the shopping experience, so I have a consistent way to represent an offer.
we will take offline.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you so much for your insights. I actually wanted to ask you about how do you think about the strategic move of exposing your capabilities through APIs when you're a small player in the market and you still want to maintain your